Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Murdoch DeFi YouTube channel. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a Tomb fork that launched their boardroom just yesterday, and it's currently printing a pretty crazy APR daily, right? This is called Epic Finance, and they're doing some very interesting things. If you remember, or if you saw my video, I think maybe I can't remember exactly when it went, but I know I've done a couple videos on Degen Finance. So this token is actually pegged directly to Degen. It's on Phantom. So I wanted to be able to discuss it today. Like I said, the boardroom just opened. It's currently printing 31% daily APR in the boardroom. Currently above peg, doing pretty well. If we look at the their peg token here, it's above peg. Here is a look at their share token here called Legend. So that is what we're going to be talking about today, Epic Finance. But before we jump into today's video, if you guys could please subscribe to the YouTube channel here. We're currently on the push to 20,000 subscribers. We just hit 18,000. So stay tuned for a giveaway announcement that will be coming out within the next couple of days or so, just kind of finalizing some of the details. The actual giveaway that we're going to be doing is absolutely insane. I'm not sure that anybody else has done quite this large of a giveaway, especially just being a YouTuber on in the DeFi space, right? But that being said, if you guys are new here, definitely welcome to the Murdoch DeFi YouTube channel. Make sure to hit the bell notification to stay up to date with all the content that we put out here, because for the most part, the majority of the content that I publish or videos that I publish are typically talking about projects that are pretty in the early stages of their launch, either before they launch or right when they launch, or just a short time after that. So the content that I post is essentially very time sensitive. So I like to make sure that you guys can stay updated. And the best way to do that is by hitting the bell notification. Also, if you want to head on over to Twitter and follow me at Murdoch_DeFi, that's where I post some of the other stuff before I have a chance to make a video about it. If you want to check that out, links down below in the description. Also, first link in the description is going to be to the premium Discord server, where we do a ton of whitelist giveaways. We're just building a massive community over there. So whitelist giveaways, just straight up cash giveaways. We're giving away NFTs. Yeah, we did a giveaway for Splash Network for their pre-sale whitelist, or to get into the pre-sale. If you got on the pre-sale, you did extremely well. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into Epic Finance. And I think one thing that is super important to point out is that a lot of these Tomb forks that are popping up are helping each other. Like it seems like they're working together to help support each other, which is cool to see in the space. I know that in regards to Tomb Finance, right, in the beginning when these Tomb forks started launching, that wasn't typically the case. But I think now people are starting to understand that, they're kind of stronger together, and there's a way for, protocols to work together to achieve the same goal, right? So with Epic Finance, their contracts are renounced. They've KYC'd, they've done their audit. Again, this is pegged to Degen. If you're unfamiliar with Degen Finance, that is something that is pegged to Tomb Finance. If you're unfamiliar with Tomb Finance, that is pegged to Phantom 1-to-1. So essentially, this peg to Degen, their hopes is that this is going to provide a more stable, in terms of price action. So they actually developed this kind of partnership with Degen, and are getting support from the larger protocol, right? Because Degen has blown up, it's pretty big. As you can see here, the TVL for Epic is still rather small, so 135,000. Again, the boardroom just opened up last night, and is still printing because it's above peg. So yeah, it's still pretty early in terms of this. One of the lead developers is one of the developers, I believe, from Degen. So, I mean, you could take that for what it's worth. Again, KYC'd, audited, the contracts have been renounced. I know that they ran their initial Genesis pool that did pretty well. We could take a look at those pools here. So this is their initial Genesis pools. Obviously, these are done. You can't get into them now. But the pools that you can get into are the Epic and Degen liquidity pool and the Legend Phantom liquidity pool. Both are offering some pretty great APYs or APRs rather here. 20% APR on the Legend, the Epic and Degen liquidity pool. Then you can earn these Legend tokens, right? So that this is rewarded once you deposit your liquidity pool tokens. It's then paid out in Legend, so that's what you're getting in terms of this daily APR. And then if you wanted to, what you could do, and this is typically what I do, is I'll take my Legend, I will take profits on half of that, and then I will put the rest of it into the boardroom. As you can see right now, 11,436% APR. This is just on the 6th epoch, so still, like I said, pretty new in terms of their boardroom being open. If we go back to this pool, obviously this pool is kind of the same thing in terms of, if we're talking about impermanent loss, just because the, I'm sorry, that's inaccurate. So this is pegged to Epic. That is their peg token. This is their share token. So never mind. Legend Phantom liquidity pool offering 24.51% daily APR, which is incredible as well. And the way you can do that is you can head over to SpookySwap. You can just simply click this link here, head over to SpookySwap, and then be able to put into the liquidity pool. You're going to need 50% Phantom and 50% Legend. So if you had $1,000 here, you would need $500 in Phantom and $500 in Legend tokens, and you'd be able to supply that liquidity pool. Once you get those liquidity pool tokens, you can come over here, approve your Legend and Phantom liquidity pool tokens, and then deposit them to start earning that Legend. And there's a bunch of different tactics you can go into, doing this as well. You don't have to go right into these LPs. You could essentially come over to the boardroom, buy some of these Legend tokens, and then just deposit them in the boardroom. However, there's essentially a lockup period on that, but we'll go into that in further detail once we jump into their docs. But you can be able to come in here, deposit your Legend, start earning Epic, and then take that Epic. If this is the route that I go, I will take that Epic and then come over to the pools. I'll sell half of it for the Degen token, and then you would jump into that liquidity pool here again, and just kind of rotating your funds into that separate pool, and then you're earning more Legend. Take that Legend. You can take profits, half your profits there, and then be able to come deposit your Legend tokens, the remaining, back into the boardroom as it continues to print. So pretty cool stuff there. And heading over into their doc section here, it gives you a little bit of breakdown on why they decided to go ahead and peg to Degen. So the reason that, the peg for Epic is Degen. This will offer additional level of security for the protocol when compared to other algorithmic tokens, as it adds another security of value, the triple peg of the century. The reason that Degen has significant stability when compared to other Tomb forks, which has recently fallen below their peg, is because of the triple peg of the century. The triple peg of the century establishes that Degen is pegged to Tomb, which is pegged to Phantom. These added pegs offer more security for the price within the Degen protocol. So pretty interesting to see there. As we know here, Degen's pegged to Tomb, Tomb's pegged to Phantom. However, with Epic, Epic is pegged to Degen, Degen is pegged to Tomb, and Tomb is pegged to Phantom. Epic will have even more stability than the triple peg of the century, as it introduces the quadruple peg of the millennium. This is evident as Epic is pegged to Degen, which adds another layer of security within the peg. Here you can see their roadmap here. So pretty standard stuff here, implementing the auto compounder, building partnerships for more coin utility, and some other things to come. You can take a look at their tokens here. Like I said, they have their Epic token, which is their peg token, their Legend, which is their share token, and then their EPPIC, a little bit more epic than regular, but that is their Epic bond token as well, right? Here is the contracts for everything regarding the protocol and the boardroom. If you remember when I was talking about the boardroom and how that works. So essentially you would deposit your legend tokens into the boardroom, and it will lock them up for 3 epochs. That is a total of 18 hours. So just make sure that if you're looking at something like this to jump into, that you understand that your legend tokens, once depositing them into the boardroom, will be locked for a period of 18 hours. And your rewards, as you start to accumulate those rewards, they are locked for 1 epoch, which is 6 hours. After that 6-hour period, then you can go ahead and remove some of your rewards, right? The above is the same for epic rewards claiming, and this will lock stake legend for 3 epochs, and the next epic rewards can only be claimed after 1 epoch. Cool. So distribution of epic during the expansion, so 100% as reward for the boardroom. Epic expansion, current expansion cap based on the epic supply. If there are bonds to be redeemed, 65% of the minted epic goes to the treasury until it's sufficiently full to meet the bond redemption. If there is no debt, it will follow the max capped expansion rate. Again, a little bit more information on the boardroom in particular. As you can see, we did take a look at their charts here. This is kind of what's been going on the last 48 hours or so in regards to their peg token. So it's steady above pegged, because if we look at the price of Phantom, you know, that should be direct correlation with the price of Epic, right? Well, I mean, it should be a direct correlation with the price of Degen, but Degen is pegged to Tomb, Tomb is pegged to Phantom, so in theory, like, all that should work out correctly. Here is a look at their share token Legend. So hovering between, you know, like the $40 and $60, even up to $72 mark over the last day, 2 days, to get an idea of what that looks like. But yeah, pretty cool stuff to see, you know, new Tomb Forks working with Tomb Forks that have already been successful. Obviously, when we talk about Degen, the TVL in comparison is a big difference. They've got a lot more in TVL. So they're trying to, essentially Epic is trying to help support the like the overall ecosystem of these Tomb Forks, right? So pretty cool stuff to see here. Like I said, it's above peg, so the boardroom is still printing and will continue to do so unless it falls below peg. If it does fall below peg, you'll be able to jump into some of these Epic bonds and help bring that price back up to above peg so that the boardroom continues to print. I think that about wraps up today's video on Epic Finance. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section of today's video. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you later.